evening, sir.
Good evening, council members, Mr. Mayor. I'm not here tonight to point fingers at anybody or blame anybody for anything. I've just had a little problem for about a couple of years already. And the problem is that when the city sends their informative literature to the residents of Commerce City, what they're doing, what they're going to do, I open it up and I'm amazed. I see it here, I see English, here I see Spanish. And I say, are we a one people anymore, or are we divided? And that's not right. That couldn't be right. You know, because when I went to school, there was no kindergarten, there was no thing to get me ready for school. It was all first grade, head first. You either, if you didn't know English, you learned English. We didn't have no bilingual people to tell us, well, if you don't know English, that's all right. I'll tell you what it is. Forget your English. Thank God, because if it could have been that way, I would have been on this side. Wouldn't have known English at all. I came from my parents that were illiterate. My mom didn't go to school. My dad, I don't know where he picked up his English. But my mother, when I was in the 6th grade, she would ask me, what's this in English? I would tell her. How do you ask this in English? I would tell her. By the time we moved to Colorado in the late 40s, she could carry on a decent conversation in English and be understood and understand what they were telling her. That's why I can to this day understand why people cannot come together and learn our English language. This is our language, not foreign language. I bled for my country, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you do that too. We came back, thank God we did. But how about the other brave young men and women that have not had a chance to come back? If they were here tonight in this room, what would they say? We gave our lives up for the pursuit of liberty and to have our people united. What happened? We're divided. We gave our lives for nothing. It's still divided. So all I got to say is, when we unite, we can move the world. We're all Americans. When we're divided, we're not worth a hill of beans to nobody. Thank you for hearing me.
Thank you. Mr. Lewis, did you have a comment for Mr. Flannery? No? Ms. Teeter, do you have a comment for Mr. Flannery?
Yes, I'm thinking Mr. Zagari is referring to the city lights and the rec center information sent out. I commend him for his courage. I hear this all the time. A lot of people don't come forward because they think they'll be targeted as a racist, and I know this gentleman is not a racist and these other people, so I commend him for his courage. Thank you.
Thank you. Next person on the list is Robert Ryan.